astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, see truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner. 3 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 3 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner.
That's right. What's up, players? What's up, hoes? It's time for the coolest 4 minutes on the internet. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk. Your chance to step up, say whatever it is that you like. And I'm going to go ahead and add an additional rule for you. After last week's fiasco, if you start talking about something not allowed, I'm going to move you to the second half of the show. So, rather than let you finish what you're saying, like I did last week, I'm just going to say, no, cut you off, and I'll tell you to call back at the end of the first hour. That is the plan. Are you ready, Stan? Good. We've got episode number 52, Speaker's Corner. We're going to test whether or not you have the guts to handle a bigger clock. Some people can, some people cannot handle bigger clocks. So let's see who's going to join us today. You can join the show by going to the URL that you see on the screen. tinyurl.com/cornerism. Again, tinyurl.com/cornerism. Gonna say hello to the chat until we get anybody to pop in here. And then that's about it. So I did talk about my last show. If you want to go check that out, the Jeranism show I just did a couple hours ago. I mentioned that one of our great esteemed Speaker's Corner callers, who I thought had a good little point, and then I looked at it and then I modeled it out and showed him why he was wrong. And so he went off and called me a loser and an idiot, and you don't need my type around here. So this is what happens on Speaker's Corner, is that people call in, they think they have something. I was like, hey, not bad, let me look into it. I looked into it, realized that they were way off, told them they were off, and they responded by saying, we don't have time for losers like you around here. What shame. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have time for losers like me. I don't know. I actually don't mind being a loser at all, just so you know. Because I don't mind. Call me what you want. See if I care. The answer is I don't. All right, let's bring on the show here. Now if I can find the main screen. There we go. We've got... the clock's in a weird spot. All right. Let's see who's over there at Rokfin. Anybody watching at Rokfin? We got 16 people at Rokfin. Hello, Tony Coriolis in the house. Tony, how are you? Oh, you're already ready to go. You're ready to be first on the scene. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just check what else we got here. I'm going to move this URL over here. Tony couldn't join us last week. He was very upset about that. He had to spend time with loser friends, doing loser fun things. Can't say I envy him. Actually, I'm lying. I probably could say that. Friends, I don't remember what that's like. What are friends like, Tony? You'll have to tell me. Remind me what they're like, because I don't really remember. Let me put this in here, and we'll be good to go. And I'm also going to check the YouTube chat, say hello to everybody. Hopefully everybody is well. I keep thinking tomorrow's Sunday. Tomorrow I've got consultations. Sunday, Globebusters, 12 noon Pacific. Definitely check that out if you are not already. And if you're not, then sounds like you got a problem. Sounds like you got some problems. Let's see here. Sorry, I did get a little smoky smoke before, which sometimes leads me to be a little bit slow on the computer. Is that correct? Yes. Chat coming up. There we go. Tony Coriolis. Let me just shrink that a little bit. There. Should be better. Let's check. And if you guys want to join the show, again, it's so easy. You go tinyurl.com/cornerism. When you get there, you get to set up your camera. You get to put your name in. And then what you want to do is make sure you turn off the volume on YouTube or on Rokfin, wherever you're watching the show, and simply listen to the show on StreamYard. And then you'll hear me call you on. All right, so we got that. I don't like that. Oh, we'll get rid of that in a second. Let's go with, I said I was going to check the YouTube chat. See what's going on over there. We got 74 watching. Huge crowd on a Saturday night. Let's go pop out. What's up, Tiffany? Tiffany, did you email me? I'm not sure because I haven't checked my email. And I know you don't have Rokfin. I mean, I know you don't have Telegram, or you would already message me. Anyway, I know I owe you. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's go here. Grab this. Flat Earth Millionaire is in here on a yacht, everyone. Shh. Is he on a yacht? Damn it. Damn it. I want a yacht. I do want a yacht. No, I don't. Really. Just kidding. All right, good. Some people are starting to show up. There is a Toe Rogan's up button. Yes, that is true. Definitely hit that. It helps the algorithm. Tell YouTube what you love and what you hate. Okay, let's go drop this in here, and we should be gravy train. Ready to go? We're going to go about 2 hours. We should go to about 11. That's Pacific time, by the way. It's the real time, the only time it matters. Let's go with YouTube chat. There we go. Put that in there, and we'll be good to go. Boom. Had a busy one today. Let's see here. Okay, that should work good. Uh-oh. I lied. That did not work. Why did that work? Pop out chat. It's the same URL. DN ends in CG. DN ends in CG. No, that's why. Wrong one. What did I grab? That's the question. Okay, there it is. I don't know what I grabbed, but it was the wrong one. There we go. Now we got it. And let's move. Hello, who said hi? It's Friday. Yes, I know, Sue. Thank you. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow Saturday, then Sunday. I'll get it one day. Let's go with here and go with here. All right, now we got it on the screen. We should. Let's see if that works. Can we put Sue Finelli up on the screen? We can. There you go. All right, and we've got Nelson in the house. What's up? How are you? Three Eyes, haven't heard him in forever. For real? How'd he get $1 million? Yeah, where is he? I don't know. Mercedes yacht is pretty cool, 1.5 million-ish. Lambo yacht is like 4 million, I think. Been looking just in case. Yeah, the other day my wife and I were looking at the most expensive house ever. Such a joke. Such a joke. It's like 87 million or something in the LA area. It's got like its own salon, because you'll need that, right? You got to have your own salon, fully staffed salon. Pretty funny. All right, let's go to, oops, let me get rid of that, and then we'll go. Got to get rid of this. Your clock is 25% bigger than usual. Might need 20 more seconds, though. Okay, Rob, thank you very much for pointing out sizes of clocks. It's always good to know. Always good to know. Got to keep the measurement tools out just in case. And we've got this going to, and we're ready to go. All right. I love it. So up first, we've got maybe the all-time most caller of the show. I don't know. It's between you. There's a couple other people that I think might take the cake, but you're pretty close. Pretty close. And that is the Godfather himself. And that is Tony Coriolis. Tony.
What's up, everyone?
How are you?
Jaren. Hey.
What's going on?
You know, actually, Jaren, if I was having you guess, feel free to start my time. I'll do fine on my time.
You always do well. I'll get your time 1 second. I'm trying to fix something.
Do you think I called into the first ever Speaker's Corner, Jaren?
No.
I did, actually.
Really? The first ever one?
Yep.
I'm going to go back.
What I talked about was something kind of stupid, and then it cut me out. Probably because it was so stupid. I called in right after Dave Weiss on the first episode.
And what were you talking about?
I talked about how in the movie Hercules, they have a planetary alignment, and then all the Titans come out, you know, in the Hercules movie. And then that was when the Georgia Guidestones got smashed, like a year ago or so.
Right.
And then I was just trying to say, you know, did it have to do with that planetary alignment? You know, Hades let the Titans out and they smashed the Georgia Guidestones. So it was really stupid. It was
Sounds
out
like
there, you know. Tony Coriolis, thinking before I even was Tony Coriolis. I was AZ Icebergs back in the day.
Oh wow, you've changed.
Yeah, I have. I was even AZ Icebergs when we talked about that Don and Charlie's too. And hey, if I can't find that video anymore, why can't I find that?
The first Speaker's Corner?
No, it's Speaker's Corner number like 26.
It would be on
Where-
Rokfin, right?
I've searched on both Rokfin and YouTube. I can't find a couple of them.
What numbers?
I know I called into.
Number 26, you said? I'll look for them for you.
I'm pretty sure 26.
They should be there.
It's when we had a long conversation about Don and Charlie's, and I've re-listened to that a bunch of times, as I said, and I just can't find it anymore.
Kodak. Sorry, I'm looking at this, trying to figure out what is going on with this digital.
All good.
Sometimes I can never. Oh, I know what might have happened. Let me try and close this and try it again. I think I have some. Every time I play my soundboard, it's been messing up lately. And I tried to play your entrance music and it didn't work, and that upsets me.
I don't see the clock going either.
Yeah, it's because I haven't got there yet. We're taking things
good.
slow.
Nice, getting some free time.
You get some free time. You get the biggest clock there is.
That's awesome.
Yes, I thought you'd like that.
Hey, could I tell you also? I gave Tony Coriolis a middle name on Karen B. Actually, on Strange World, I gave myself a middle name.
Nobody hears that sound. Nothing's playing.
I don't hear anything.
What is wrong with my soundboard? That is frustrating and upsetting. All that in one. It's not from here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working with it. Stop sounds. Count. Let me just check one more time. Settings. What is going on? This happens the last couple times I've done this, but I've usually figured it out.
I don't understand any of the computer stuff.
It's a little bit difficult. Microphone, USB codec, speakers. This one. Hello?
Yo.
No, I was just checking if something was working.
Oh.
But it is Open Audio Assistant. Hello? Okay, let's try it. If that didn't work, then we are going with no soundboard, which is very upsetting.
It is.
Let's try it. Come on, go.
Okay.
No, it's not working. I'm starting your time.
Okay. So I gave myself on Strange World. I called in and I gave Tony Coriolis a middle name. It's Almanac. Tony Almanac Coriolis. That's my name. Okay.
I like it.
And the Farmer's Almanac, as I said, is so interesting. So this past weekend where I couldn't call in, I went up to like northern Arizona with some people for an Airbnb, and we were all hanging out. And I finally now, without downloading that All My Tube that you told me to get,
Right.
I found out how to download my favorite Flat Earth music on my computer. So I brought my mega speaker. It's right here. It's big. You know, it's a big speaker.
Mega speaker.
I brought that and my laptop over there with all this stuff on it. And I was just playing music the whole time. And I got everyone talking about everything. And it was the coolest thing ever. So I was planting my seeds through music, you know. Have you heard of the Tell Me What You Love YouTube channel at all?
No.
Well, I sent you a 1-minute clip on Telegram. If you could play that for my last minute, that'd be awesome.
Okay, we'll do that.
Be a good intro to the guy.
What, is he a rapper?
No, he's a guy that remixes music with flat earth truth type of stuff, and it's like a symphony. It's fantastic. It's my favorite.
I like it.
So I was playing that with all the people, and it really was sparking up conversations and stuff, and it was fantastic. So another thing I wanted to say, on referring back to one of my old calls, like the Almanac one, I said how I pick up the masks in my park every week, yeah?
I remember.
Yeah, and I said at some point I won't pick up masks, or you said I should dream of not picking up masks some week. And even though everyone's stirring the pot now saying, oh, it's going to happen again, I don't even know how many weeks I haven't picked up a mask at all in my park.
That's good. Good thing you're not in New York or in places that they're starting to mandate them.
Totally. And I just think they're just keeping them on. You know, they ain't littering them anymore. They're the ones that are still wearing them. They're keeping them.
I wonder if people realize that a mandate is not a law. I don't think they
it's so dumb.
But it's okay.
And I still kind of wish that I was still getting some masks. Come on, people, litter them. Come on, I miss those
I still
days.
see them on my walk. I see them all the time.
I don't. Not in my park. You won't be catching one. Scottsdale, Arizona. No, we're covered.
What park are you at Scottsdale?
El Dorado Park.
Eldron. What do you do? What does a day consist of?
It just I got 3 ball fields, I got a skate park, and I got everything in between. I got a lake. The day just consists of showing up, kicking out any bums that try to sleep in my park, and then I gotta like drag out the ball fields end of the day and just prep them, prep my ball fields, and just make sure there's no litter. I pick up all the litter, all the dog poop people leave. Just it's not too bad of a day, but yeah, ball fields and litter.
Full time employee.
Yeah, full-time gig.
All right. Making
And
good.
then I'm on year 14 with the city. I'm 14 years city of
Wow.
Scottsdale.
What happens if you do you get a pension if you retire at a certain point?
Yeah, I guess my age and my years served have to equal something, and I don't even know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna last.
I would just say this. I don't think it's a bad thing, is because like my whole life, my dad was an electrician, and I always kind of was like, hey, he's just an electrician. He owned his own business for a short while, and then he lost it. And then, but when he turned 65, he retired, and he gets a pretty good portion. I think it's like almost as much as he was making, or at least like 75%.
Yeah,
So-
everyone tells me that's the good thing.
Yeah,
So
he just spends he goes on a cruise every month. The guy's just living the good
I'm sticking
life.
true to it. I got nothing else better coming along. No one's hit me with a job off the Flat Earth app, so still waiting on that. But I could leave at any point. I'm open to it.
Okay, if something comes along. All right, so what do you want me to play
so now,
this?
am I at 3 minutes? Do I got a minute left for you to play that video?
We're at less than a minute, but that's okay. I'll play it because I
Uh-oh.
took you longer as I set some
Okay.
stuff up.
All right, peace out, everyone. Tony Almanac Coriolis signing out. Thanks for having me, Jaron.
Later. And let me try this one time. I'm just going to see. And we are going to play. You said you sent it to me on Telegram?
Yeah, I just sent it to you, a better version of it
Where are
now.
Tony. There you are. Better version of. Oh, this is a. Okay, got you.
Okay.
There we go.
To the
Yes, perfect.
astrophysicist. Oh, so you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. So, Earth, throughout its life, even when it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat, and 15 minutes ago, you knew.
Not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than over it. A little chubbier. Yeah. Chubby's a good way. It's like parachute. A little chubbier.
So just a very good intro to it. But check the guy out on YouTube. He's got some great stuff.
What's the name again?
Tell me what you love, 'S back.
Tell me
what
what
you love is all one word too.
Tell me what you love. One word. 'S back.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the YouTube channel.
And that was, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Coriolis. Look at that soundboard working just a little bit late.
Peace out.
Peace. All right, let's go with next. No fold. Whoops. Let's go with Tim. Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jen, how's it going?
Good, yourself? Whoops, we got an extra person on here. Let's
Good.
remove
Oh,
there.
you're a little quiet. Hold on.
I don't know if that's me or you. I think it's probably
That's
you.
me. I fixed it.
Okay, why are we seeing multiples of this? All right, now we got you. Let me get me off the screen. I don't know why I'm on there. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Sweet, your clock is going to... I don't have an entrance song for you. Do you have a favorite song or something? Sorry. Everything ready
Play some Eminem. I know you love Eminem.
All right, I got some Eminem. What do you want? Let's go with Are you kidding me? Is this thing? Oh, there. Nope.
Meet Stan,
All right.
age 21.
Let's get
After
on with them
meeting
and
a
start the
young
clock.
girl at a frat party, things start to get hot and heavy in an upstairs rec room. Once again...
Oops, sorry. I think your clock started. Go ahead. Did not. Did it? Did not. Go. Okay, you're up.
Cool. So, yeah, I mean, I've been watching you for 5 years or so now.
All right, look at
and,
you. I'm just kidding.
I remember you did a laser. You've done multiple of them, but the laser experiment, and I still think that's a great experiment. I wanted to run another one by you.
Okay.
You know, maybe because I think it was really good and it can prove the Earth is flat. You know, that there's no curvature. I just think you need to add in a few different control variables that would, you know, pretty much make it a more solid experiment. Pretty much, and this would just be kind of theoretical for now because it'd cost a lot.
Okay. I like theoretical for now. It's allowed.
But to go, not theoretical, but it just kind of out there, right?
Okay.
It'd be, so imagine you have a stretch of land.
Okay.
Some flat land somewhere.
All right, can find that.
And you have basically a trough, but this trough is filled with water and it's spread about 5 miles or something, right? And you're gonna fill it with water, right? So that you have a reference across the entire surface. And then on top of the water, you're gonna put posts every so often, right? And so here, I kind of drew it out where you can see.
Okay.
So imagine, I don't know if you can see that very well.
If you hold it still for a second, we might. Okay, we see it a little bit.
I'm all backwards here. All right. So basically, imagine that 5 miles long, right?
Okay.
And the only point of the water is just to have a reference point of what's level, right? And then so kind of the problem with the laser experiments in the past, right, where atmospheric conditions and the temperature is kind of making the laser refract, right? Is that correct?
There's a couple there. I mean, I think that they pretty much proven it with the laser, but I think that the Glober excuse I hear is the laser coming over the curve is what we're seeing, not the actual origin. That's the only thing I've really seen. That it's a decent argument. I don't agree with it, but it is feasible.
Right.
How would you know the difference? Yeah.
It was kind of changing, depending on what you did, though, right? It was super inconsistent.
Yes.
So I'm just thinking it. So imagine over this trough of water, you just need that for reference, right? And a few inches every, I don't know, few feet, you have a post sticking up, and think of like a tunnel or like a square, rectangular prism shaped tunnel.
Okay.
And you have a laser at one side, and you're shooting it through because if they say that it just follows the curve of the Earth, this wouldn't really prove it one way or another. But
well, that's what they say.
Right. So yeah. So
see, they've got all their little outs on. And then the other thing is, I mean, I'm sure you realize this, but the water would all be considered level with where it's locally at. Right.
Yeah. The only reason I was saying to close it off would be because there would be no way that they could say, okay, well, the temperature of the water, the surface is,
Got you. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, I don't know, and it probably cost a lot of money, just to construct something that long. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked into that before.
The numbers, but
because there is some things like, a tube or like a hose, like a garden hose,
right.
That you could do some experiments with. I mean, I do like I think we've started talking about the fishing line test again, which I think is huge, but I think it definitely favors the globe more than it does favor flat Earth. But I don't mind that. That's the one where we're taking some monofilament fishing line that is neutrally buoyant. So it basically has the exact same buoyancy as water, meaning that it could float or could sink. You never really know. It's kind of like neutral. And then stretching that from like a winch all the way to like a post, let's say across a calm lake of 2 miles. And if you can do that, and then you can tighten it a little bit. And a couple people have tried it. I heard that at 2 miles it was snapping for Mitchell from Australia. But I know at 1 mile for Brian, I think that they were able to see 1 mile. And they said when you pulled it tight, it was actually pretty much tight. I mean, we know that, you have to have sag. But they were able to pull it to the point where they really couldn't see the sag. But let's say we start that at 6 inches above the water on one side and tie it to a post 6 inches above the water on the other side. So we've got basically a line that's going to be sitting on the water. We winch it, which means it should be pulled tight. Now, at 2 miles, it might even hit the water as it kind of droops, right? Which is fine because it's here's what needs to happen on a flat Earth versus a globe Earth. On a flat Earth, you should just be able to pull it tight. You'll have a little bit of sag in the middle that will kind of lean against the water, and that's it. On a globe Earth, when you pull that tight, it should cut underneath the water by at least 6 inches. I believe that the hump is 12 inches on a 2 mile, which is 32 inches. Yeah, I think the hump is 12 inches. So if you start 6 inches above, then you should see that line drop under the water for a significant portion of the middle at 6 inches below the water. And really on a flat Earth, we wouldn't expect to see that at all, right? On a flat Earth, why would a neutrally buoyant line being pulled tight on both ends ever dump into the water? It just doesn't really jive. Now, somebody could say, let's say we go out there and do it and it does do it in the water. Somebody could say, oh, well, it's because of sag, right? The sag dropped and then it's just heavy enough to go in the water, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem like it would be. But again, will globers accept that? No. I mean, this is the thing you have to start to realize. It's not, I don't really know if it's a matter of proving it anymore. It might be for some people. We might be able to do a good documentary if we do that or something, but you're not going to convince these haters, if you will.
Yeah, it's kind of an ego thing now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's the way it is with anybody who's ever tried to tell their brother, and their brother said they're a freaking idiot, and then they told them they're a moron. Well, now you've got two people that are going to dig their feet in and never admit the other one's right.
Yeah, the best one I heard recently was I was trying to convince my dad, or spread the truth to my dad about this, and he we've been talking for a couple of years about everything now, off and on.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to prove it to me that it's a globe. I'm trying to tell him it's flat, and something that he told me was proof for a globe the other day was when you hear like static on television that's actually
the background
them
radiation.
hearing sounds from the Big Bang.
Of course it is. Yeah.
From the beginning of time,
Of course it is.
So it's like, what do you do about that,
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much nothing. I mean, again, truth is for those who are looking for it, not for those who are defending government and
right.
bureaucratic agencies. All right, I do appreciate the call. I'm going to let you go.
Yep.
All right.
You. See you.
No fold. I guess you're not coming on camera. You're just going to... Oh, there you are. See you. What's up? Can you hear me? I don't hear you for some reason. Are you on mute? Let me see if I can change your... I can mute your mic. Now I'm going to unmute your mic. All right, I might hear you now. I heard you for a split second, but you kind of cut out. Try now.
I took out my earpiece.
Okay, now I hear you good.
Okay. It's funny, man. I watch old Dave Weiss's stuff, and he always repeats himself, and he says, we were all the same. We're all flat Earth. We're all globe Earthers, man. You know how he says it, right?
Right.
And we all had the awakening, blah, blah, blah. It's funny because 1995, first grade. I'm sorry, I'm walking around my complex.
No problem.
1995, my elementary school teacher, Miss Patterson, I got sent to the principal's office. I got sent home. This is 5th grade, bro.
Okay.
He said, I got an argument with Miss Patterson about the Australia being upside down.
Nice.
So imagine that. I'm 38. I've been a flat earther since 1995.
All right, that's the longest I've seen. Well, that's
never...
not true. There's a couple of Indian guys that have been proclaimed longer.
Let me ask you, you ever seen a YouTuber? His name's Frankie B. Flat.
No.
Okay. It's funny because I woke up my father to Flat Earth years and years ago, and he'd made a YouTube, and he had like a viral video of 2 Christian missionaries coming to his door. I had like a couple 100,000 views or whatever. But it's funny, all my family thought I was nuts when I was a kid and growing up, and now that I'm adult, everyone's on my side now. Everyone's
I love it.
Everyone. So it's the opposite. It's like I play poker with a bunch of guys that are all fucking blue-pilled. I'm like this sheep, I'm sure you have a group of people you hang out with that just don't know, or they don't know anything.
I used to hang out with them, yes.
I mean, I guess besides my poker buddies, I can't take the retardation anymore of how stupid people could possibly be.
No, it's baffling.
I just wanted to share that because I mean, just ever since I was a little kid, I just remember getting sent home in 5th grade over the earth. And I remember going to a Remember when you go like to auditoriums and stuff, and you see stars, planetarium or whatever?
Planetarium, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember taking a class trip. We went to I don't know what the fuck it was, bro, but it was like you would go in some fake spaceship thing and you'd play with some like toy arms that pick things up. You know what I'm talking about?
Space camp? No, I don't know.
No,
the exploratorium they call it.
It was like a field. It was a field trip for like
Yeah.
elementary school.
What
And I
city?
just remember,
Like exploratorium?
what-
Here in the Bay Area, we have something called the exploratorium, or it's like for kids. They go on field trips there.
Okay, so it was like that, but I was in Long Island at the time. Now I'm in Phoenix.
Okay.
But I remember thinking how fucking stupid that shit was. Even then.
It's funny because
So I don't
I've
know how
always
people
felt the
can't
same
wake
way.
up now.
Neither do I, unless they're too far into it. But I guess for me, it was just easy because I hated Star Wars. I hated Star Trek. Never was a fan of anything rocketry or anything. So the first chance I get at seeing like, what, this couldn't be real. And, the more I looked into it, I said, okay, good. It's not. And I remember too, in school, I can still remember where I was when I asked my mom, like just confused as could be, like, we're spinning? She's like, yeah, science has proven it. Scientists have proven. And then my brothers, who were my half brothers, like one's 10 and one's 13 years older, they were just hee-hawing at me, just laughing, like, he doesn't know that we're spinning on a It's like, okay. So you quickly get over it. You just are like, okay, it must be the truth.
Yeah, I just don't get it. And I was doing Lyft the other night, make some extra money, and I picked up a couple Indian people. There's a complex in North Phoenix that has just the whole complex is Indian people.
Oh, does it smell like curry the whole time out there?
Yes.
Oh, it's the worst.
Right now, if I went there, it smells. The thing is, I always ask them, did you see the Indian moon landing? And the first thing, oh, it's amazing. It's so great.
Amazing.
I'm like, do you know how many people I've woken up doing Lyft and shit? I've done over 20,000 rides. 20,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I have screenshots of all the people that always talk about. The thing is, like, people are so fucking stupid. Like, the Indian moon landing? Like, how fucking retarded you have to be? Am I allowed to curse, man? I'm sorry.
You can curse all you want.
I just don't understand how dumb you can fucking be.
It's pretty bad.
How do you believe this?
It's just people who want to believe it. I mean, I'm learning that, beliefs come down to wants. These people want to believe the space story. They want to believe the space travel is coming and space tourism. I mean, I was talking about it the other day on my show. It's like we were talked about since 1970. They said, oh, we're going to go, Pan Am was scheduling trips to the moon, taking money. And then in the 1980s, they were like, oh, we're going to go to Mars. We're going to, there's going to be hotels in space. 1990s, same thing. 2000s, you start having Branson talk about orbiting hotels, space travel, space. And now we're at 2023. And these space lovers are excited about Richard Branson basically throwing people up as high as they can in the air and then letting them fall down. That's all they're doing. It's a complete and total trick. It has nothing to do with space travel. It's a joke. And these people are like, Jaron, what do you got to say about Richard Branson? I'm like, throwing people up as high as they can and then putting out some wings and letting them float down. Oh, I'm real impressed.
I think that's complete bullshit. Here's the thing, though. Everyone's so obsessed. I mean, I'm obsessed with Antarctica. I'm sure everyone is at this point. But fuck, why don't we somehow go to the north and send up a drone there? Because that's a lot easier than going south.
You would think. I think you'd have a hard time getting there too, to be honest.
I mean, how hard could that? I mean, why is Google Earth? I mean, I'm sure you've seen all the shit on Google. The fuck? You've seen all the stuff on Google Earth, with the snake. You've seen the snake, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why? You know how many people I've woken up just showing them that serpent at the bottom of the globe? Like, how do you not realize that's a fucking serpent?
Huh. You've woken people up with that.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I've seen the video. Somebody made a video where they showed like under the ocean.
No, you
what?
pull up Google Earth when you whatever,
okay,
and just go down to where the Sandwich Island is. That's a serpent. That's a snake tongue. You click on the eye, it turns red. The whole mouth turns red.
Hold on.
I'm surprised you've never seen that.
You mean on Google Earth? Is it Google Earth Pro? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Pull up Google Earth, zoom out.
We're there.
Go down to the Sandwich Islands. There you go. Pull that up.
Okay.
And zoom in. Right.
Whoops.
Now go.
Hold on, I just lost something. What I was doing.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, what is it? These ones? Or down here? These ones.
Zoom out. You're zooming in. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out.
Okay.
You don't see that right there? That's the serpent's head. Click its tongue. Click its eye. Yeah, click right there.
Oh, I don't think
it'll turn red. Oh, you click on that island, it should turn red.
Turn red. No, I think you're talking about. I have Google Earth Pro. It's a little bit different.
Oh, okay. But yeah, zoom out on that. If you zoom out on that whole thing, that's the eye right there. That's the head. Look at the head. The other eye's down. And then the islands, the sandwich islands, are the mouth, like the top of the mouth.
Ah. Okay.
See it?
Yeah, I see it. What is
That's
this?
that's a serpent. That's the serpent right there. That's the top of the head. It's as if the snake was laying like this. You know, like, you can't do it on this own. But that's the outline of the head right there. I mean, why do you have a serpent in there? Why do you have it in everything?
They do have it in everything. They like the serpent.
Why do you have it in the World Health Organization? You know, the NASA logo, everything. The serpent. Look at the fucking Taco Bell logo.
It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence that what is it? National Aeronautics and Space Administration in gematria adds the 666. It's just an accident. They had no idea when they made it. All right, I'm gonna let you go. We got more people.
Thanks. I'll call back again. Thanks.
All right, we've got Brenda debates. I wish I had some sort of entrance music for you. Let me see if I do have anything. Probably not though.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Your clock has begun.
Yeah. So you could play something other than that.
Okay, I'll find something. Do you have anything in mind?
Do I have anything in mind?
Yeah, give me a name.
No, I like all kinds. I like ambient electronic music, stuff like that. But
Electronica, like a dance club?
No,
like that? Oh.
Just ambient music.
Ambient? Okay, I have ambient, but I don't think I have anything that you would like.
I don't care.
Good. I'm just wasting your time so that it counts down faster.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so do you think that science is something that you need to be woke up to?
Science?
Is that how science...
No.
Because you talk about waking people up. Is that how science works? Is that you wake somebody up?
No, science does not work that way. Waking people up is to... is
to religion or an ideology, right?
You could wake somebody up to the truth, like the media lies, things like that.
Oh, so you do think science is something you wake up to?
Nope, just said to you. No, I said you can wake people up to the fact that the news lies.
Right, so truth is something you wake up to?
It's a metaphor. You're waking people up. People are sleeping, people are enslaved, and then you wake them up and show them the truth of what's around them.
Is that how truth works? That you wake up to the truth?
Yeah, if it's hidden from you, yes.
No, that's not how truth works.
Oh, how does truth work?
It's not how science works. All right?
How does truth work?
An argument. You have an argument. And the argument is valid and sound.
Okay.
Right?
Not always.
Right? No, it's always.
What about bloodletting? Was that sound?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That scientists used to think that removing the blood from your body is what made you healthy.
I don't care.
Oh, but I thought, science is so great. It's always right. Never wrong. Always right.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe what?
You don't. Science doesn't prove things.
Yeah, but listen to what I just said. That's what science used to believe.
Did it?
Yes.
Was that science or was that superstition?
Well, I guess it's a kind of a mesh between the two.
So it wasn't actually based in science, though, was it?
What does based in science mean?
Based on evidence and arguments.
Okay, so what about the Edwin Hubble saying that we have to stay away from the absolute horror of a unique position, showing us that the observations lead us to believe that we are the center of the universe, but this observation...
is that science?
No.
That's just his opinion. No, that's not.
Right, but
that's his opinion.
That's the way they went,
that's
though.
Not science.
Okay, but the
no,
entire...
that's not science.
Okay, so
that's not science.
The entire body of science has followed him.
No.
Yes.
That's not.
Yes.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not science.
Then nothing...
It's just his opinion.
Okay.
It's his philosophy.
Exactly, and everything after it has been built on that opinion and on his philosophy.
No.
What are you talking about?
That's not how astronomy works.
So, yes, it is. So who looked into...
No, it isn't.
It's exactly what happened.
Astronomy does not work by citing authorities.
Okay, but when Edwin Hubble made the excuse, because remember, they had a hard time explaining why we appear to be the center of the universe. So they said...
What makes something true in astronomy? What makes it true?
Nothing. How could it be
No,
true?
it makes it true.
How could it be true?
There's evidence. If there's evidence,
That doesn't make it true.
right? It's not. Yes, that's how truth works.
Wow. So it's true that the closest star is 25 trillion miles away?
The closest star is 93 million miles away.
How about the one after that?
Yeah, Alpha Centauri, is that it?
Sure.
Yeah, we measure the distance.
How do you measure the distance?
Parallax.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's how you measure the distance.
You are so clueless.
How am I clueless? Explain it to me.
Because they don't just use parallax. It's like a way too far of a distance to use parallax. They have to use distance ladders, standard
Right,
candles.
standard candles. I introduced you to that.
Okay. So you introduced me to standard candles? Okay, so
Yes, I mentioned it once. And
Great
I've
for you.
heard you say it since then. I never heard you say it before.
Okay, so
Right,
explain to
the way
me
you measure the distance to nearby stars is by
nearby.
parallax. Yes, nearby.
Yeah, 25 trillion
Alpha
miles.
Centauri. Yeah, Alpha. Yeah, well,
Okay, do you
Alpha
realize?
Centauri is the closest star, right?
Yeah.
Other than the sun.
Sure.
Right, so it's nearby.
If you want to call 25 trillion miles something you can't possibly fathom close by, go ahead.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's real close.
Closer than the others.
Yes,
right?
very much. Oh, yeah, believe that.
So is this how science works? With you just going, nuh-uh.
No, I force people who are going to tell me things now to prove it. Not like before where they tell me things and I just go, okay.
All right, you prove it with doing a measurement.
Okay, so
and
show
the
me.
measurement
Okay,
is parallax.
so show me
right?
it. Show me. You've never seen anybody.
You can look it up.
One time.
Look it up.
You've never seen somebody one time perform parallax to get the distance of a star. Not
That's
once.
right. I've never been
Okay.
inside of a working astronomical telescope.
So do you realize that you
Right.
believe in a religion,
That doesn't. No, I don't believe it. I believe in science, not
which is
in
a religion? It's a religion.
No, science is not a religion.
It is a religion because you've got dogmas and you've got beliefs that you have to believe
Science
in.
does not have dogmas.
It doesn't have dogmas?
Correct.
Oh boy. Okay. The entire thing I just told you about with Edwin Hubble, that is a dogma. The expanding universe. Do you think hold on.
Isn't.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think anybody's ever seen the universe expanding?
Yeah, we can watch it expand.
It's
We can see.
never been seen.
We can see distant galaxies moving away from us.
Nope.
Fast.
Nope, never seen that.
Yes, we
Nope.
can.
You cannot.
Nuh-uh is not a reply. Again.
Well, you just making shit up
nuh-uh.
is not. All right, we got to go.
I'm
Thank
not
you for
making shit up.
You are
I'm not
making shit up. Absolutely making shit up. Anybody can go look it up. You go look into it and see if we see the universe expanding, or if they apply redshift and they say, oh, well, this means because we see redshifting, then it means that it's expanding. But here's the thing. When you're talking about redshift, blue shift, and you're talking about Doppler radar or Doppler effects, the reason that we hear an ambulance go by us and the pitch changes, which is what Doppler is, the reason that happens is because the sound is traveling through the air. And so when the ambulance is coming near you, it's getting bunched up, the sound, and when it goes away from you, it's getting stretched out. Hence, we can do Doppler and redshifting on vehicles close by to us. They are doing that with the stars. But the problem with that is the stars have no medium. It's a vacuum. So why would you then assume that redshifting works for the stars? It doesn't. It doesn't work at all. And so there is no expanding universe, and that'll be out soon enough. It's just a problem that science can't get over themselves and make it clear that they're basing everything off of philosophy. It is a worldview. It is a religion that all scientists must agree to before they walk through the doors. What is the Max Planck quote on the top of the, I don't know what they said, Max Planck quote above door? I don't remember. It's like a door something. Here we go. Anybody who is seriously engaged in scientific work of any kind realizes that over the entrance to the gates of the Temple of Science, it's not a religion, not at all. Over the gates to the Temple of Science are written the words, ye must have faith. It's weird. So isn't he Max Planck is a scientist, right? But the people who believe in the science, they say it's not a religion because they hate religion so much. They hate God. They hate the creator. It's like, no. It's not a religion. But even the people doing the science, we've got Ellis saying it's, I can construct for you a spherically symmetrical universe with the earth at its center, and you cannot disprove it based on observations. You can only disprove it on philosophical grounds. What I'm trying to bring out in the open is a lot of cosmology tries to hide the fact that we base our models philosophically. Okay. You have Stephen Hawking. Which version? I don't know. One of them with the jacked up teeth and, voice box. Stephen Hawking says we based our models based on modesty, because if we place ourselves at the center, then we have too much importance. So it's better to move us out of the center and put us in the outskirts. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Anybody who is seriously engaged in scientific work of any kind realizes that over the entrance to the gates of the temple of science are written the words, "Ye must have faith." Yes. Let's go back to you here, and let's bring on Aaron. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, Jared. Can you hear me?
Aaron, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, what's up?
So that's a Saturn V.
Can you hear me good? Yeah, it is.
Yes. Are we going to bomb it? That'd be so cool. That's such good material content right there.
Our second one right there.
What can I do for you, my friend?
So they combined metaphysics and merged it with actual physics, and then sold it at top dollar. And it's faith based, but the reason why everybody's fooled is because of the moon landing. If they actually went to the moon, which they believe, then it's not faith based. But I guess that is faith based too.
No, but I get what you're saying. I've said that before, that we don't even recognize that, right? I'm gonna pause your time. We don't even recognize that when we heard about the moon landing as children, you immediately process this idea that men have stood on the sphere in the sky and we're standing on something, and they tell us it's a sphere, and then it all makes sense and we don't even question it anymore. If it wasn't for the fact that they went to the moon, if there was no talk of the moon, so many people would have questions about the shape of the earth.
Yep. So on the side of that SR-71, this is a rescue mission, Jared. And this is a 911 call to the Globebusters, dude.
Okay. I was kind of I kind of got what you were saying, but I really don't, because I watched that little clip you sent me. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is the way I look at it. The way I look at it is if CIA spies and agents and stuff can infiltrate governments around the world, then I think that the Globebusters can infiltrate a museum that's selling globe lies. And so I don't think it'd be that difficult to do here. And so the thing that worries me is, this is an attack on children, really. And because this is like an education center. This is like they have millions. I don't know if you watch that video. There's millions and millions of dollars that come through here, and it's all school children.
Right.
So this is a brainwashing camp right here, and so we need the Globebusters to get over this brainwashing lie. But the truth of the matter is that the sky is big, and their rockets are real, pseudo satellites are real. And there's all sorts of technology that's probably been suppressed that we could probably bring forth if our kids were taught to actually critically think through things.
Correct.
And so this is the facility that it would take to teach people. So the facility and the infrastructure's here. It's just the liars that leading the way just need to be dealt with. And so I wrote down a few things. I wrote down some notes. Oops. I can't see because it's dark. Let's see. Basically, I think we could reveal, the truth of telecommunications. Like, so with like the Space Force and all that, like the skies are real, like the pseudo satellites are real. What are they really doing? I think if we actually use them, we actually monitor our skies. I think that Trump actually knew about the flat Earth truth. I think that's why he did the Abraham Accords, because the flat Earth truth unites all the Abrahamic religions through the Torah, because the creation narrative is the same. And so once all the religious people realize that they've been lied to about the moon landing and that man actually didn't go to the moon, therefore it wasn't verified, and therefore it's still theory, then everybody gets to realize, oh wait, the word was true all along. And so it brings a spiritual awakening. And so in that way, and since they set up Space Force, Trump, NASA is in a position where it can be exposed to fraud, and then use Space Force to actually monitor the skies above. Not necessarily the outer space. And then when we teach the kids, teach them like, what are the stars really? And different types of technology and stuff like that. I don't know. And basically my question is get some Globebusters, infiltrate this place, go to space camp, see what it's like, think of ideas of how you would change this place, modify it to teach kids the truth instead of lying them into believing the religion. And the point that I wanted to show you with that city council meeting is that this is a publicly funded thing.
Right.
And so once prove that it's a religious-based organization, then we can prove that it's a religiously based organization that's publicly funded by.
Now that's a great point.
Yeah, and so then we can go to the city council and be like, look, y'all are indoctrinating kids with this religion, and y'all don't even realize you're doing it. because y'all think that we landed on the moon. Well, we didn't land on the moon, and that's what we got to really just slam dunk. And so that's all. I guess that's 4 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, you have a minute and a half left. I accidentally didn't start your clock. But no, I agree with everything that you said there. I mean, I'm not sure that, let's say that we've got some bad people in charge. I'm not sure that, we'll be able to infiltrate necessarily.
That's what I think. I think they'll destroy themselves. Because once you expose the lie on the public platform at a museum, then you got your actual industry that comes in. And you're talking about a bunch of different corporations that are money hungry, and they're going to just start eating each other. The snake always eats itself because it's so corrupt. And so you let the corrupt people. So you don't even have to punish these guys because they're going to expose themselves because their boss had a guy that thought that, like, a lot of these workers think it's the truth, and so it's their management that's the liars, and it's the ones that were just below that upper management. They're going to be fucking pissed. And so those are the people that are going to deal with it. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is tell the truth, dude.
Yeah, that's why I think that they've got some sort of reset coming or something, because that's what it looks like as far as them just keep kicking this can down the road.
Yeah, well, it's a spiritual awakening. And so what I tell everybody is we're at this crux comparable to Gutenberg's printing press when all of a sudden the common man was able to read and share books. And then there was this awakening. You had the Protestant Reformation. And so now we got the internet. Everybody's connected. And so we have the apocalypse where everything is kind of revealed. And so as the truth is revealed, there's going to be all these different spiritual awakenings. And we want to have like a calm manner. And then we also had the NWO forming. And so I'm here to create a refuge, a fortress where people can come and be safe from the freaking NWO. And so let's have a hub of truth. And defend it for a little while. I think that eventually the robots, machines, AI will eventually take over. But shit, let's hold out as long as we can.
All right, I appreciate the call. Now go drop those Saturn V's, please. Thank you. Peace. All right, I wanted to show you this real quick. Let's get him out of here just to show you because people never believe me. This is, oops, sorry. Let me get this over here. Make sure you can see that good. Good enough. This is just a article about space economy, and you'll see here 2023 continued the transition from the government to the private sector in driving activity in space. According to the most recent Space Foundation report, commercial industry accounts for 78% of the economic activity in the space domain that is generating over $540 billion. Okay, so next time somebody says, why would they lie? Why would they lie? Let's look at $540 billion. Let's look at the Hollywood industry. Movies, stuff like that. So let's see, cinema in the United States. I'd rather see the world. Let's see, the largest in the film industry in the United States. I want to find, I just saw here, it says film industry, motion picture industry, and does it say how much? Okay, here we go. Modern film industry. The worldwide theatrical market had a box office of $42 billion in 2019. The top three continents regions by box office were Asia Pacific, 17.8, the US and Canada with 11.4. So again, think of what we're talking about here. This is the entire worldwide box office industry. All movies is $42 billion. Okay, what did we just say space was? $540 billion. Okay, so now we know that space trumps the Hollywood industry by a mile. Let's look at the music industry, which includes Spotify and all these things. Let's go to music industry and see if we can get a amount. Let's see up here. Otherwise, I can search it. Do we see any dollar amounts in here? I don't see anything. Let's go down a little further. Let's see if we see anything. Advent. Okay, here we go. In the first decade, 2000s. Let's get back to more current. I mean, here you go. Look at went from 36.9 to 15.9 billion in 2000. But let's see. We want something more current. Come on. Here we go. Still nothing current. This is 2016. So, I mean, even streaming revenue. I mean, this is how people don't realize how we hear numbers, billions, trillions, and it's just like, oh, whatever, I don't even care. But really, we're not paying attention to what that actually means and what those numbers represent. Where is the ranking? Okay, wait, hold on. This is music markets, total retail value in millions. So 4 million is billion. So this is 5 billion in the United States. And look at this is nothing. 5. Let's round up with each time. 8, round up to 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's say it's 25 billion. Nothing even close. So that's, what year was that? Oh, wait, maybe we went in the wrong year. Hold on, let me get up here. Is that total revenue by year? Okay, here we go. 2021, we got 25.9 billion. Okay, that is worldwide. Global trade revenue, according to the, okay, so that's globally 25.9 billion. Again, so we had 25.9. What was, I don't remember what box office was. Let's say 30. I don't remember what it was. 50. What was it? I don't remember the number. Certainly wasn't 540. What number did we put in here? So we said as of 2017, where did we see it? In here somewhere? Anyway, don't remember what that amount was. It was not a lot. All right, so then we've got, so far we looked at music, we looked at Hollywood. Let's go to video games, which is another huge video games industry. Video game industry. Let's see if we get a number here. Video game industry has grown from niche to mainstream. As of July 2018, video games generated 134 billion annually in global sales. In the US, the industry earned 9.5 billion. So again, maybe we're up to, let's give it, wait, what's this? The global games and services market is forecast to shrink annually to 188 billion in 2022. So again, we're talking 188 billion in video games. That's apps, that's console games, PlayStation, Xbox, arcade games, apps on your phone, a Nintendo Switch. We get to 188 billion. Plus Hollywood, which was, would we say 30 billion, which I could be off on that. Let's say 50. I'll give them 50. So we go 50 billion, and we've got, what did we say here? 188 billion, 50 billion. Sorry, that's not a 6, that's a B, Jaron. 188, 50, and we had 30 or 25.9. Let's give it 27. Okay, so we got 77 plus the 88. It's going to be a 5. Carry the 1 is 8, 16. Carry the 1. So that's 265 billion. So we're talking video games, music, movies, half the revenue of the space industry. And nobody goes to fucking space. Do you get it? Nobody goes there. It's a joke. It's a scam. It's a fraud. It's a fraud of the highest degree. And, you know, today when I was reading through some Tesla papers, I realized, you know what I think? I think that they stole Tesla's technology, that they already have built what Tesla had discovered, and that all nations are protected from bombs from the outside. So what that essentially does is it removes the threat of nuclear weapons. Nobody can shoot anybody else with any nuclear weapons. If you believe in them, I don't even believe in them. But let's say that they exist. Well, they can't be shot because they'll get shot down by these impenetrable basic walls that have been set up, just like the Iron Dome that they call it over there in Israel. So I think that this is just part of the scam, that in order to keep people, number one, in fear, to keep people afraid of things, to keep people paying government taxes, to keep paying your military, is these things are required. They would never come and tell their public, by the way, we've built a fortress, nobody can get to us now. Oh, great, then we're done paying you taxes. Oh, never mind, the Ukraine's coming. Of course they're going to lie. This should be expected. This is what government has done well forever, is keep themselves in business. Do you need a government if everybody gets along? The answer is no. Do you need a government when people hate each other? Yes. Steve, welcome to the show. Stevie. Hey, yo, Stevie. Steve. 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 Do you hear me? I'm waiting to see if he's got on. Maybe he's got me on the replay, the delay. Hello, Steve. Are you there? Steve? Going once. Going twice. Stephen Hawking, what do you say about Steve?
Okay.
Okay, I agree. You're out here. All right, he's gone. We got an open slot. If you're interested in coming aboard, please do so.
Do you understand that?
Oh.
Sick of this crap.
Sick of this crap. All right. So anyway, that's the industry thing that I don't think anybody sees. So when people ask why the lie, I always go, I think it's money. And I know for a while I believed what I hear other people say, like, oh, they print money. So No, this whole world operates on money. It's not a matter of they print it. Oh, they just print money and give it to the corporations. That doesn't happen. As far as banks getting to get away with things, of course, banks get to take money from the Fed, loan it to you, take your money, loan out 90% of it. Of course, that's the sham there. Let's go over to Rokfin in case anybody else got to call in with something a little bit more risque. I can play some better music over there, and we can close out the show on that side. YouTube, it's been fun. Let me check if there's any super chats, which I doubt, but let's check. Shall we? We shall. Let me see where. Come on, don't do that. This thing's acting weird, acting a fool. All right, let's see what we got here. Fan funding, there we go. And Nadia in Esta Casa. All right, thank you, YouTube. Very kind of you all to be here. Please support the show. If you want to send $1, if you enjoyed yourself tonight, send $1 to Cash App, cash.app/Jeranism or $Jeranism. That would be very dope of you. If not, well, then, what are you going to do? Let's see here if we've got... one more person. Let's see. Do we got this person? Steve, are you there this
Hello?
time? What's up, Steve?
Hey, sorry about that. I was getting myself ashwagandha tea.
All right, good for you.
So, no, I'm totally kidding. I just had my show too far from me. But
Okay.
anyway, I wanted to say that, there's two important things that I think someone should know.
Okay.
And concerning where we are and, therefore who we are.
Okay.
And at the moment. And I think that is who our enemy is and, like I said, where we are. And I think where we are is obvious. It's not a ball, but it potentially, from, I think, scientifically provable, is a flat stationary plane. And so like I said, it's important to know about those two things. And I think that it's good to have like a cumulative worldview, a total worldview, and that's like a political worldview, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like capitalists, let's say. So basically, where I'm getting to is a worldview that encompasses those two important parts, and also, sorry, I didn't really word this in my head before I came on. I kind of
It's all right.
but
I run shows like that, so that's right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's great. I love it. But so basically, National Socialism is great for European people.
All right, stop. We'll do that on Rokfin if you're going to go there.
Okay, cool.
You want to go over with me? Let's stay there. We'll go over together. Guys, we're going to go over to Rokfin where we can talk a little bit more freely and not get stream shut down. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in the link right now into the YouTube chat, and then we'll head over there. 1 second. Let's grab the chat. Share. Copy. All right.
Cool. And like that person who doesn't know their gender, I mean, like that's just like part of the, what is it, the Hermetic principles and stuff, like all is mind. One of them is also all things have like gender. Dude, it's like a fundamental principle. You either are, you are one, period. And if you haven't been able to realize which one you are, it doesn't matter because everyone already knows without you deciding or not. Like, too bad, you're actually a moron.
Let me ask you this question, though.
You're ruining a lot of things for everybody else, too, because you're so moronic.
What if the government has been responsible for that by... So we know that atrazine...
Oh, I know they are.
Okay, so is it the person's fault?
Oh, yeah, totally, because in the end, we all have a responsibility, also, along with logic, you hope, and a brain and, faculties like that. So, yeah, it's your fault. You're being irresponsible, and you're denying your responsibility to truth. And
no, but I was asking, what if the government put that in the atrazine into the chemicals, and so what it's basically doing, just like it turns the frogs gay, it's turning.
Let me ask you then a return question.
Okay.
What if I've been, let's say even maliciously, I've been injected with some sort of chemical that turns me into a violent rapist? Like, I'm still gonna. I think it's important to still not try and go on a violent raping rampage.
Correct.
I mean, I guess you can say that.
Well, rape is illegal.
Well, I mean, let's say the drugs were making you do that, right? In court, I mean, I suppose you can fight it. I mean, like maybe that's like pleading insanity. But
No,
I mean,
I would agree with you, but
fundamentally,
I would agree with you if people that were transgender were breaking the law. They're not breaking the law, so it's a different. You're talking apples and oranges. You just
well, okay. Well, I can also say that they're sinning though, because I think homosexuality is sinning.